What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So, a couple of days ago, I uploaded this video right here where I talked about the Profane Tinderboxes and how people were making millions on them, basically just buying them before their weekly reset and then selling them for a profit. Because if you don't know what the Profane Tinderbox is, it is some material that's needed for most of the best in slot enchants in the game. So, naturally, whenever you have a weekly reset and you get access to new loot through your vault and being able to do raids again, etc., there's going to be a lot of people wanting to enchant those items. So the question has always been, is it going to continue to be like lucrative to both farm and invest into the Profane Tinderbox? Or will Blizzard do like they did with the Glowing Titan Orb back in Dragonflight and just make him more accessible? That's what this video was about. Now we're going to take a look at some really cool changes. Cool changes. We're going to take a look at some changes, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Before we do that, though, massive thank you for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. It's been absolutely insane, and I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying the gold guide. This gold guide features all the best tactics and methods that I personally use in order to achieve hundreds of millions of gold. Not only that, but you also only got to get it once, because once you have it, it comes with a lifetime of free updates. So even the next expansion for WoW, I'm going to update the exact same gold guide and send it directly to your email completely for free. So that's linked in the description if you think it sounds interesting. And by using the discount code STUDENT, you can get it for 50% off. So the news that we got in the blue post right now, which is very interesting because these changes in the hotfix says heavy trunks in a tier 6 delve now has a chance to grant 1 to 2 regions, and it was 1 only. A tier 7, 1 to 3 regions was 1 only. And heavy trunks in tier 8 delve and above now a chance to grant 2 to 3 regions was 1 only. So they also fixed an issue where fleeing Nightfall initiatives could fail to count for defeating an enemy group influenced by Sekvir. But these changes right here, like this is Blizzard pretty much saying, yeah, it's an issue. Like the Profane Tinderboxes, they don't drop like frequently enough. However, this so-called fix, and before people blame my video for actually nerfing this, like the funny thing is, I got YouTube comments and people on my live stream already on Friday, like who told me about how they got like a triple drop from a delve. And when I say getting 2 to 3 tinder boxes, I don't mean from like different sources, like Bran mines, and then he goes fishing, and then you loot one from the endgame chest, and you end up with the 3 tinder boxes in total. We're talking getting up to 3 from like the chest at the end in the treasure room. But I had people telling me that like this past weekend, and I was like, nah, that's crap, because there was no blue posts about it, no changelog, no anything. And I personally tried out like high tier delves just to see if there was like an increase in the drop chances as you would do a higher tier delve, and there was none. But it turns out they were right all along. Now the thing is though, it's a relatively bad change. If we take a look at the prices on EU for the Profane Tinder boxes, they are currently sitting at 10,000 gold. And as I'm recording this video, it's Tuesday. The weekly reset is tomorrow. So most likely they're going to go up even more when a reset happens. And then we can toggle over and take a look at the US, which has to reset later today. And it's the same thing on US. Like prices, they haven't taken a nosedive because, like, frankly, the change that Blizzard did is really, really bad. The most efficient way of farming delves, even with this change, is still running tier 1 delves, because you can do a tier 1 delve where, yes, you only have a chance of getting 1 tinder box from each chest, but you can run that in like 1.5 minutes, which means that you would have to run a tier 8 delve extremely fast for that to be more lucrative, like gold per hour wise, than running a tier 1 delve. So the interesting takeaway from this, though, in my opinion, is the fact that Blizzard has acknowledged that they're too hard to obtain, and they're looking into ways to make them more accessible. So I think they're just testing the waters right now. I think they're quickly going to notice how this change isn't really going to do that much. and then they're gonna buff the chance on the lower tier delves as well, or increase them even more at the higher tier delves. Now, my personal take on this, I don't think they should increase the chance on lower tier delves. It doesn't make sense how you can run like the lowest possible difficulty and acquire the most amount of gold out of it. Like, that shouldn't be the most efficient way. I truly believe that the most efficient way should be running like higher tier delves. So instead of just basically making you able to get up to 3 from a loot, they should also increase the likelihood of a tinderbox being in the chest, so that you will, if you do an hour of farming, you're going to end up with more tinderboxes. Because if you've been doing delves as a gold farm, you know that sometimes you do like 10 runs and you don't get a single tinderbox. And you could do that now as well, right? Because there's either going to be 0, 1, 2, or 3 tinderboxes in the chest, and you're gonna encounter more chests with 0 than you will with 1 or 2 or even 3 of them. So, yeah, I basically, what I took out of this is very interesting. They have acknowledged that there is an issue with these. They're too expensive. People are complaining about expensive enchants, just like they were in Dragonflight. But I don't think this fix is gonna be enough. Could be wrong, but looking at the data and the price movements and so on, this has been implemented this weekend, apparently, on Friday. And they haven't really taken a nosedive yet. Like, it's still on Monday, you could sell them for 12,000 gold, right? So it didn't really have the impact or the effect that Blizzard really wanted. So just keep this in mind. I know that a lot of people have already flipped and made a lot of gold on the tinderboxes since watching the video, and there's definitely a lot of people with tinderbox investments ready for reset. And I think you're going to be fine and safe for this week's reset. But if Blizzard takes a closer look at it and adjusts accordingly, you could get burned if you try to invest too much gold into these ahead of the next reset, for instance. So just be cautious. And with that being said, that's pretty much it for today's video. Got some really cool videos coming on the YouTube channel, so just make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, and that way you'll be notified as soon as the video drops. You can also consider signing up to the VIP Discord, which is pretty much like a Patreon, but it's simpler because everything happens on a Discord server. And on that server, you get to watch all my YouTube videos before they're made public on YouTube. And you also get access to exclusive content that consists of gold tips, there's spreadsheets, investments, and much, much more. But that's linked in the description, together with the 0 to 10 million gold guide. Appreciate your support, guys, and I will see all of you back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, have a good one. Bye-bye.